Hi everyone, my name is Arsibai Giram and it's our team Demir Andersyan, Miras Jandos, and our mobilograph is Nurayem. In cybersecurity, there are several sequences or methodologies that help organizations ensure the protection of their information systems from cyber threats. So today we talk about some of them.
So the firstly, vulnerability management sequences. The sequences involves identifying vulnerabilities in information systems, assessing their risk, prioritizing and addressing those vulnerabilities by applying patches, updates, and other security.
Vulnerability management sequences refer to the process of identifying, evaluating, prioritizing, and mitigating vulnerabilities in computer systems, networks, and applications. It involves a series of steps such as vulnerability scanning, vulnerability assessment, risk analysis, and remediation planning to help organizations reduce their exposure to potential security threats and prevent cyber attacks. The ultimate goal of vulnerability management sequences is to improve the overall security posture of an organization to minimize the impact of security incidents.
The second is incident response sequence. The sequence defines the process of responding to cyber incidents. It includes incident detection, analysis, and assessment of its scope and impact, measures to contain and remedy this incident, as well as training the improvement to prevent future incidents.
An incident response sequence is a set of steps taken to identify, contain, investigate, eradicate, recover from, and learn from a security incident. The goal is to minimize damage and restore normal operations as quickly and safely as possible. The steps involved are preparation, identification, containment, investigation, eradication, recovery, and lessons learned. The specific steps may vary depending on the incident and the organization's response plan.
So next is assess management sequence. This sequence encompasses processes and methods for managing access to information systems. It includes user identification, authentication, authorization to determine access rights, as well as monitoring and logging user activities.
An access management sequence is the process of managing access to a system or resource. It involves these steps: identification, identify the user or entity requesting access; authentication, verify the user's identity through credentials or biometrics; authorization, determine the user's permissions and access levels; access control, implement security measures to enforce permissions; logging and monitoring, track user activities for auditing and security purposes; revocation, remove access privileges when no longer needed or for security concerns; regular review, periodically update access privileges and security controls. This sequence ensures controlled and monitored access, reducing unauthorized access.
Okay, the fourth is the configuration management sequences. This sequence covers processes for managing the configuration of information systems, and it involves asset identification, configuration documentation, and change management and system integrity control.
A configuration management sequence involves managing and controlling the configuration of software, systems, or infrastructure. The steps include configuration identification, identify and document configuration items; configuration control, manage authorized changes to configuration items; configuration status accounting, track the state and history of each item; configuration verification and audit, verify compliance and identify discrepancies; configuration reporting, generate reports on configurations; configuration baseline management, establish reference points for approved configurations; configuration change management, control and implement changes. This sequence ensures consistent and controlled configurations while managing changes. Training and awareness sequence. In this sequence, it's very important to train the students, the employees of a company, so they would know and be aware of different threats in cybersecurity landscape. Training and awareness sequence consists of several points. First, access audience. Understand the target group for training. Second, identify risks and threats. Determine potential cybersecurity dangers. Third, develop training content. Create educational materials. 4, provide basic cybersecurity knowledge. Cover fundamental concepts.
In summary, cybersecurity is a complex field focused on protecting computer systems and data from unauthorized access and threats. It involves assessing risks, implementing security measures, monitoring for breaches, and responding effectively to incidents. By following these steps and staying proactive against emergent threats, organizations can enhance their defenses and safeguard valuable information. A comprehensive approach to cybersecurity is crucial in today's interconnected world where the risks and consequences of cyber attacks are constantly evolving.